So today is going to be a very special day at Hello the Future. It is one of those very special podcasts, and I mean that in the Christmas episode kind of way, except it's not Christmas. What today is? Today is a flashback episode. And I don't mean the kind of cheesy cornball clips show flashback where suddenly I show you this.
T-Rex has feelings, though you may think he's a dinosaur. T-Rex.
And we call that a podcast. That would be unfair and cruel to you, the viewer, the listener, the internet friend. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. First of all, okay, I have a whole story for this. I've got a story set up for you. The story starts with a skirt. This would be the skirt that I'm wearing. That's the skirt I'm talking about. The question is, why am I wearing this skirt today? And no, it's not just because it's adorable. It's because this very skirt that I think I got at a JCPenney sales rack or something, super sale for $4, this skirt is 10 years old. It is 10 years old. I got it the summer before I went off to college for the first time. So it's really 10 years old too, God. Okay, so it's 10 years old. Anyway, the reason I wore it, and the fact is I wear it all the time. The reason I wore it is because today is Flashback Day. And I want to talk to you about 3 things. Here they are. The first is that I've been writing songs forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever, and so I thought it would be funny to pull, so interesting, I shouldn't say, yes, funny. I thought it would be funny to pull out some of the old ones that I wrote when I was much younger. So for example, Mozart, right? When Mozart was a child, he was writing sonatas and symphonies and all of that. And when I was a child, this is what I was writing. This is not the earliest song I ever wrote. The earliest song I ever wrote is extraordinarily embarrassing, and it would require the permission of my co-author to sing it, but I'm not going to do that. So this is the first song I'm going to share with you. This song I wrote for my grandmother, actually. It was her birthday. And so I was probably 7 or 8, maybe younger. I think 7 or 8. We'd moved. I remember the house and the piano at which I wrote this song. So I was 7 or 8, probably 8. And I had no money because, you know, how's an 8-year-old going to get me money? So I wrote her a song for her birthday, and I was not actually allowed to give her this song. And I think when you hear it, you will know why. This is the song that I never did get to give my grandmother for her birthday. There's the pitch. Though you're getting old now, I think it's time you know now. I think it's time you knew. Grandma, we love you. Grandma, we love you. I was not allowed to sing that for her. There was a rewrite, something like, I don't even remember, but there was a rewrite with my parents. They helped me rewrite the lyrics, so it wasn't so much about congratulations, you're old, as it was congratulations, it's your birthday, but I don't remember what happened then. So that's the first one. Second song, let's jump forward about 5 years, 4 years. 4 plus 8 is 12, 3 years, oh dear heavens. 3 years, because I would have just turned 11. So if you don't know this, and I'm guessing most of you listening right now don't know this, if you were a little ballet dancer when you were a little girl, you know how they have the shoes for students who are taking ballet, which don't have anything on the toes, and then they actually have the toe shoes, the ones that ballerinas wear to go whoop, you know, the toe shoes, which you can start learning when your body's finally matured enough to use toe shoes when you're 11 years old. So I had just turned 11, and I had been a little ballet dancer since I was, you know, in diapers. And so I was so excited because I was going to get to wear these toe shoes and finally move up to, you know, real ballet. And then it turned out that my parents said I couldn't take lessons anymore for a number of reasons. One of them being that the dance studio wasn't where we lived, so it was a commute and all of that. So my parents said that I couldn't take lessons anymore, and that was sad. And so what I did was I wrote a song about it. This song was never, ever, ever performed for anyone, ever, ever, ever. But I did write a song about it, and it stuck with me. And so here it is. So here's the sample of what you heard when I wrote it about 7 or 8. Here's how I've matured by the time I was 11. This song is called I Could Have Been a Dancer, and I apologize in advance to my parents. I could have been a dancer, but now will never be one. I could have been a dancer, but now can only see one. Yes, that was the lyric. It's the best lyric ever written. Let's move on. My parents said they're sorry because they knew I loved to dance, but they did not want to be the parents of a dancer. I was a vindictive little child. I apologize. Let's move on to the bridge, because like most of my songs, there's no actual verse, chorus and bridge. Here we go. My heart is crying, dance, dance. My lips are sighing, dance, dance. My legs are crying, can't. I cannot dance, I don't know how. I guess I had never heard at that point the whole axiom of if you can walk, you can dance. If you can talk, you can sing. If you learn 3 chords, you can do a guitar podcast. Moving on. I could have been a dancer, but now will never be one. I could have been a dancer, but now can only see one. My parents said they're sorry because they knew I loved to dance, but they did not want to be the parents of a dancer. They did not want to be the parents of a dancer. They did not want to be the parents of a vindictive little dancer. It's actually not a bad song, except for that first set of lyrics. I mean, you could do something with that, maybe. And also I use cried twice in the bridge. Cried, sighed, cried. Yeah, I was learning. All right, so now here comes the good one, all right? So here's where we jump ahead another number of years. Now I'm 16. And the reason this is interesting is this is also the time that I was writing my novel, The Red Book of Cordia, which you can read down there. There you can click on it and read. It's 400 pages long. I astound myself. How did I write that? It took me 2 years. 400 pages. And so, of course, while I was writing all of this, I was also doing music at the same time. If you read The Red Book of Cordia, you'll notice that it has songs in it, because everything is a musical for me. So The Red Book of Cordia had some songs in it, and this is an example. This song actually isn't in The Red Book of Cordia, but it is the song I wrote immediately after finishing The Red Book of Cordia, when I said, okay, well, now my career as an author is complete. I've made this book, and so I'm embarrassed to say, I'm so embarrassed to say, so when I was in high school, because it's funny because I'm writing this album now that's for real and it's going to be released on a CD and it's going to be very cool. And when I was in high school, I also made an album that was not very cool. I had 2 tape recorders, and so I would record one part and then I'd turn on the other tape recorder and play this one and sing and make like a tripod of recording. That album was called Balsic Ingenuity. It was about the time that Titanic came out and Enya was really popular, and I don't think I have to say anything else about that. So this is a New Age song. I wrote a New Age song about, anyway. So this song is called Winds Across Oceans, and I think all of my influences will be immediately apparent. Here we go. Across oceans, storms across seas, blowing the worst of the old memories, demons and devils all towards me. If you are here, you had better now flee. You mustn't unravel the old mystery of winds across oceans and storms across seas. Winds across oceans, storms across seas. Old memories, demons and devils all towards me. If you are here, you had better now flee. You mustn't unravel the old mystery of winds across oceans and storms across seas. And I don't think you even know where Baltic Ingenuity is. It's probably in a box somewhere in an attic. But yes, that was from my first unreleased album, Baltic Ingenuity. So why have I told you all of this? Why have I told you all of this? This is the real question. The answer is this. It's interesting to see exactly, you know, how things change, right? And how things stay the same. It's very interesting that I'm getting to do Infinity right now, which is really great. And then to go back and think, okay, well, I've been doing this since I was like, you know, that high. Just to think about some of the things I put into music before and how it all comes, I don't even know. I just really like it. I wanted to share. Maybe I'll stop talking now. What I mean to say is, if you haven't read The Red Book of Cordia, it is a cross between the most awesome adventure novel ever written and that program Mortified, where you pull out your old diaries and read your thoughts about kissing boys. It is both of those and all of those, and you really should read The Red Book of Cordia. Down there, free download, then up there for more download. Anyway, and then Infinity right now is in progress. It's in progress. It'll be released November 4th. Very exciting. More to come next week. Original song, which is not a flashback. I'm excited about the song for next week, which you have never heard, and I have never finished writing. And you'll get to hear it next week. Anyway, that is all. I have said everything I can, and probably more than I should. Goodbye. See you.